Hong Kong, and that can only mean one thing. We're going out for lunch and we're going to eat dim sum.
So we are going to be eating at Tim Ho Wan. It's a Michelin star restaurant here in Mong Kok in Hong Kong, and it's one of our favorite places. We've been here, I don't know, maybe 5 times in the span of a week, so we're going to show you what you can get inside. They have a pretty cool menu over here. Thankfully it's in English, not just Chinese. So when you first sit down at the table, you just check off the food items you'd like to order, you specify a quantity, and then they bring it to your table as it's ready.
Tasty pu'er tea from Yunnan province. It's a dark fermented tea.
My oh my, all the food is arriving at once. And over here we have a special little package with sticky rice wrapped in a lotus leaf. And this rice comes with beef and chicken. It's really tasty, one of our favorites. It's steaming hot. This is gonna be hot. Oh, that's hot. I need a second to tell you about it. So yeah, this sticky rice is really good. I think it's actually called glue rice on the menu. And it just has a very sticky consistency, as you can see. Like you can just pick it up with chopsticks. And it's been cooked with meat and chicken, so it has a nice meaty flavor to it.
Out of all the different kinds of dim sum I've ever tried, this is probably one of the most filling by far. Well, we certainly polished that off, except for the bone.
So next up, I'm trying the glutinous rice dumpling filled with meat. It's been deep fried. Oh, hot. Everything's hot. Well, you can't see the inside right now, but it does have meat. Let me prove it. Huh? You can see it there. Looks good. It's like a ball of sticky rice with meat inside.
And when it comes to dim sum, this is my all-time personal favorite, the barbecue pork bun. But this is a special variety of it, baked barbecue pork bun. So, bite time.
Show us the inside. Ooh, look at that barbecue pork. Yum.
It's just so sweet and flavorful, the inside, the barbecue pork bun. And the outside of the bun is so delicately crispy. Well, we've got one more dish coming. It is called tonic and peddler cake. Now, how does that sound to you?
Let me correct you on that. It's called tonic medlar and petal cake, as in flower petals. So I'm not really sure what to expect. Maybe something that tastes like perfume.
And it was from the dessert section.
I hope I like it. It's cold, like gelatin. Sweet like honey.
Michelin star quality that even a cheapskate extraordinaire can afford.
Let's see the total. So that is 77 Hong Kong dollars, which is just under 10 US dollars. For lunch today, we are eating at one of our favorite restaurants in Luang Prabang. It's called Tamarind, and it focuses on Lao food. So we're going to be showing you some traditional dishes. So this over here is called Nam Mat Kam, and it's a tamarind cooler. You get a nice little bamboo straw, And it's a really sweet and sour drink. It's refreshing but a little tart. I really like it. So good. So next up we have our dipping platter. So this over here is a coriander pickle. Next we have an eggplant dip, tomato dip. We have a paste made from buffalo skin. We have some seaweed chips and then some vegetables that we can use with the sauce. So let's dig in.
And that all goes together, of course, with our sticky rice.
Ooh. So Sam is going to demonstrate for us.
This is how you eat it. You just kind of put together a little ball like that. And then you can pick a different dip. I'll try the buffalo sauce here. Put it together just like that. Pop it in your mouth. Delicious.
Is it a bit spicy?
Oh yeah. This one's really spicy actually. Finger food, finger food.
Yes.
That's a huge ball.
Little ball.
That's not little.
Okay. And I will go with the aubergine.
Slammed it down. Didn't worry about that.
She's got her happy face on.
It's so good. It's not just aubergine. They've added spices, there's coriander, there's onions. It's just an explosion of flavors. So this is the second plate we've ordered. Again, here we have a vegetable pickle. This is a pork salad that also has banana flowers. We have a pork sausage. Here's some buffalo jerky, Sam's favorite.
Oh yeah.
And over here we have some little lettuce rolls that are stuffed with different dips, different sauces. So we'll be trying those. Okay, buffalo jerky time.
Smoking off a little piece of this buffalo jerky, and this is my favorite.
Chewy, right?
Yeah, it's very chewy, like any kind of jerky. But this is probably the sweetest jerky I've ever had. I can't remember ever tasting anything quite this sweet in jerky form.
So I'm gonna try this leafy roll over here. I taste lemongrass. There's something sweet, like a yam almost, but I'm really not sure what it is. It could be some local thing. We've ordered so much food, we almost forgot about this next dish. But it's time for me to do the honors. I'm going to unveil our steamed fish, which comes wrapped in a banana leaf.
And it's called mokpa.
Ooh la la. Let's see what's in here.
It's like opening a present.
I know, it's like Christmas on a plate.
Oh wow.
There it is.
See the steam coming off it.
It's gonna be good. And it comes with a side of vegetables. So let's not forget about those.
Here are those.
There we go. Okay,
Alright, time
taste
for
test.
the first bite.
So this is cooked in a dill and basil sauce.
It just melts in your mouth. It is so soft and so flavorful. It's delicious.
Now for dessert, we are having something that's called cow gam. It's purple sticky rice that has been cooked in coconut milk, and it also has banana and sesame seeds on top. So look down here.
It looks amazing.
And if that weren't enough, we get a little shot of tamarind sauce, which we can pour over top. So I'm going to try it the natural way without the tamarind sauce first. Let's see. It's so fragrant.
Nice and sweet.
Very sweet. You can definitely taste the coconut. And it's a nice sticky rice with a bit of a nutty texture. I like it.
Alright, let's try this with some tamarind sauce and a big chunk of banana. Oh wow, so good. Tamarind gives it a kick, a bit of spice. It's still really sweet. So that splendid feast came to just over $18, 151,000 kip, which we think was excellent value. It's a bit of a gourmet type of restaurant, and it's right by the river. You've got awesome views from here. Being back in UNESCO Heritage City Malacca, Malaysia on our 1-year travel anniversary was the perfect chance for us to eat thali, an Indian meal made up of various dishes, typically including rice, dal, vegetables, roti, papad, chutney, and pickle.
Lunchtime here in Malacca, and today we are eating at the Selvam Banana Leaf restaurant, which is an Indian restaurant, and we've been here several times during the week. It's one of our favorite places so far, and it's really popular with locals. So we're going to show you what a thali set meal looks like.
When I was backpacking in India 3.5 years ago, I subsisted off of thali, so I'm thrilled to be having the opportunity to eat it again here in Malacca, Malaysia. Thali is an Indian meal that consists of various kinds of dishes. It can be served on a platter, or in this case, we're having it on a banana leaf. You can take a look at it down here. And it comes with different vegetables, curries, and rice.
So typically you would eat this using your hand. However, someone has to hold the camera, so I'm going to be using cutlery, and Sam will demonstrate how it's done the proper way. Alright boy, dig in. Get them fingers dirty.
Mix it around here. That's awesome stuff.
Thali sets. He's having the vegetarian one and I'm having the chicken. But the only difference is that I get a little plate with a chicken curry on the side. Everything else we got was the same. So we have the same dal, the same rice, and the same chips.
We'll take a bite of that chicken. Let's see how it tastes.
I already have a chunk here. It's very tender. You can tell it's been cooked slowly and for a long time. It's really good.
Spicy?
Of course, a bit of Indian spice in there.
One thing I absolutely love about thalis is the concept of the bottomless refills. You eat until you're fully satisfied. So that means if you go through your rice, if you finish your rice and you want more, you call them over and they load you up.
Perfect for a hungry boy, right?
Our thali lunch came to 22 ringgit, which is roughly $7 US, and that included 3 drinks, 2 different thali sets, including a chicken and a vegetarian, and a roti pisang banana flatbread for dessert.
So it's Saturday night in Chiang Mai, and today we are heading to the Saturday night market.
Well, we're still a few blocks away, but I know we're close. You know why? Because I can smell the food. What's you got there?
So I got myself a twist potato, which is a lot like the tornado chips we used to have in Korea.
Looks like it's all seasoned. And?
Nice. It's barbecue flavored.
And you're going to be sharing that.
You're wasting the chips. blueberry cheesecake with rice. It's gonna be messy. Snow ice cream with blueberry sauce drizzled over top.
How articulate.
So what did you get?
I've got some pan-fried dumplings, very similar to the Korean gunmandu that we often had when we were living as teachers in Korea. So let's see if these are as good.
They look hot.
Pretty good.
Someone found his favorites here.
So what started as just a little snack out here at the market has turned onto a full-on feast. I've got dim sum and fried spring rolls.
Looking good, and I got this German sausage
thingy. Very good. And in case we didn't quite have enough to eat, a sweet little dessert treat.
So it's banana egg roti with lots of chocolate and condensed milk drizzled over top.
Came to this night market. We were supposed to go for a walk, but guess what? We ended up having a massive feast. And so instead of exercise, we were gorging the whole time, but it was worth it. I've now traveled to over 40 countries, and I've yet to experience street food that can compete with Korea. Known locally as 포장마차, you can tantalize your taste buds with spicy, savory, salty, and sweet street snacks. Two of my personal favorites include Bulgogi and Hearty. The following is a guide to some of our favorite Korean street food. Warning, I hope you're not too hungry while watching this.
And we are going to show you the different kinds of foods you can buy in this alley. So that looks pretty appetizing. What do you have there?
It sure does. Well, we found some food on a stick here, different kind of battered food objects. So you want to take a look?
Ooh.
We've got what appears to be, it's a rice cake, kind of a lobster roll, and as we go down a bit, sort of like a hot dog sausage thingamajiggy. And this is our first little snack food of the day.
Ooh, looks tasty. Let's try it.
Okay, I'm gonna have the rice one.
Very classy. Nice.
All right, now you're up. What are you gonna have?
I'm gonna take a bite out of the hot dog, so let's see.
Scarf it.
This is nice and spicy.
Is it?
This is really good.
Yeah?
I'm gonna have to try this one
호떡? 얼마요?
1,000원이요.
Okay, so we have got a delicious treat here called hotok. And it's a fried kind of sweet treat. Inside it's filled with cinnamon, honey, sugary kind of goodness. You bite into it, it's really warm, perfect for the fall or winter. So I will take the first bite here. Oh yeah. So we found ourselves a nice little back alley to enjoy it.
To feast on the hotok. It's delicious.
Show us how it's done.
Hot! Hot!
Oh, nice, the gooiness.
Made of honey.
Oh,
Okay.
One more
okay.
malt, M-A-L-T. Actually, honey is liquid, right?
Yeah.
But it's solid. We boiled this for 1 week, make it solid because I have to show you performance. That's why
Oh,
it's hard. This is corn flour.
Yes.
Corn flour. Make a pour first like this. Like this. Stretch, stretch, little by little.
Have a clump of candy in my cheek.
nice.
So we just bought some sticky rice taffy, and it's all natural. It's very sweet. It's kind of like a chewy candy. This would appear to be ice cream in some kind of cane.
Look what we got here.
Nice.
Big enough?
Ooh, take a bite of that.
Take a look at this. I think it's big enough to share.
Oh, good.
Is that the biggest ice cream you've ever had?
Yeah, that's really good.
If you're looking to try Korean street food, Insadong is one of your best bets in the entire country, let alone Seoul. When traveling to Korea, don't be afraid to sample as many Korean street food snacks as you possibly can. Your taste buds will surely be rewarded.
Today we are biking out to Tra Kwe. It's a little village. We're going for a special organic meal at a restaurant that grows its own vegetables and herbs.
Oh wow.
You hear the sound next to
Oh yeah, yeah.
The Sam on the water wheel.
Water wheel.
You're natural.
I don't know what it is.
You should move out here and take up farming. So this place is amazing. It's like a little organic oasis where they just grow different herbs and vegetables. Everyone is farming. It's so peaceful and quiet. And it's beautiful. Like, look at all the flowers around us.
So we have a very special drink here. It's called the water wheel drink. Lemon basil seed and ginger.
Let's take a sip of that.
Tastes very healthy.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a pretty good way.
Okay.
Hoi is a small farming community village located 2 kilometers northeast of the ancient Hoi An town area.
So we've just come here for dinner, but if you decide to visit this village, you can also work with the farmers for the day. You can take a rice paper making class, or you can take a cooking class.
So if you've been following along with our recent food videos, you've probably noticed we've been having these pancakes a lot. And they are delicious. I have to say that the presentation of these ones down here, these look the best. So these here are the best country pancakes we've had. What I really like about them is they're not as oily or greasy as the other ones. They have a little bit of a fluffier texture. So this lovely presented dish is called 3 Friends, and there are 3 friends right in my hand. We have shrimp, pork, and vegetables wrapped around.
Plop that in your mouth. Friendly.
Some good pals in my mouth. These tres amigos are almost too pretty to eat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So here we have our colorful papaya salad. And I didn't realize it was going to be this big. I'm starting to think we ordered way too much food.
Are you kidding me? With me here? Too much food? I'll take care of that. Well, to sum up this meal, I can honestly say this is the best dinner I've had since I've been in Vietnam. Absolutely love the dishes. You could just taste the freshness in every single dish we had. The prices are really affordable, the portions were generous, it was cooked really healthy, nothing was greasy or too oily, just absolute delight to come here and eat.
I definitely agree. I think the long bike ride out here was definitely worth it, and it's nice eating in such a quiet, peaceful setting, just being surrounded by the farms, so highly recommend it if you're in Hoi An.
For lunch today, we're having one of my favorite foods in all of Korea, Hamu Pajeon. Jeon is a kind of Korean pancake, and it's actually the very first meal I ever had when I came to Seoul many years ago. So this is an old familiar favorite.
So this is the kind of meal that you eat as an appetizer before a really big feast, or you can have it as an anju, which means you eat it as a side dish when you're having drinks.
So it appears we got some kind of a rice, tea, or drink before our meal comes. So we were just dishing it up. I'm going to see what it tastes like.
And take a sip.
Yeah, it's a kind of refreshing hot rice drink, hot rice tea.
So it looks like we have a little soup here with some soybeans and healthy green stuff. It's got some broth.
Here. So in my hands here is something called makgeolli. It's a Korean rice wine, and it is something that it can be made with both rice and wheat, fermented rice and wheat. And it is traditionally a popular drink with farmers, Korean farmers, but now everyone loves it. So it comes in these cute little balls, so I'm going to show you what it pours like. It's kind of has a white, murky, milky substance. And it is a perfect drink pairing for what we've ordered, the Korean pizza and the pajang. So it's just, they go together. So makgeolli isn't too strong. It's typically only 6 to 8% alcohol. So it's a nice social drink where you can have several cups. They've rolled the kimchi up here nice and neat and cute. In fact, I think it's almost too cute to eat. Can you imagine? Kimchi too cute to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, so
here it
cheers.
is. Cheers, ganbae, as they say in Korea.
That's nice.
Is it nice?
Yeah, it is.
Right, time for a Korean cheers. Ganbae.
Oh wow, that's massive.
고맙습니다.
잘라 드시면 되고요. 김치도 가위로 이렇게 잘라 드시면 돼요.
아, 알겠어요. 감사합니다. Alright, here is our pajang, and it is a generous looking size.
It's massive.
It is massive. We've got the tongs and the scissors to cut it up. We have expert hands. So it's just been lovingly cut up into nice little bite-sized bits, and we are going to try it.
Yes, I am, once I'm able to pick it up. And I'm going to dip it in the sauce.
Which is soy sauce, basically kangjang.
I know I'm not supposed to be using my hands, but I want to make this happen. There we go.
Good?
That sauce is good.
So pajang is the perfect meal to enjoy with a friend. It's often typically eaten during like bad weather days, for example when it's raining or when people go hiking together. It's a very social meal. If you look down here, you can see that pa is actually the green onion, the scallions. This here is what is called the pa. And because we have seafood and other objects like this, so there's some seafood, this is actually a hamul pajang. There's shrimp. So there's a whole bunch of different vegetables and seafood, and it's made with a salty pancake-like dough out of flour. Are you feeling a little buzz from the makgeolli?
I'm buzz. I hardly had any.
Okay, what's your verdict for this meal?
I really liked it. I thought it was a great jun. It was very tasty. The seafood was pretty fresh.
Do you want to know when something is turned out to be a good meal?
What?
When you look down and there's not even a morsel left.
Take the last one.
There you go. There. Some happy customers. Well, I love this meal. We took care of the pajang here completely, and I probably knocked off about 80-85% of the makgeolli, and I've got a nice little buzz going on right now. Yeah. I'm in a happy place.
So today we are back at our favorite Thai restaurant, but we are going to be having a special meal. We have ordered a set for 2 people that focuses on northern Thai dishes. So we are going to get a sampling of different curries that come along with sticky rice.
And this is what it might look like. Our first dish has arrived and it's called khao soi. And it is fried noodles on top of a hearty curry.
Ooh, that looks amazing.
It does.
Let's dig into that, baby. Gonna try my first fried noodle. I've never had anything like this. It's kind of nice. Ooh, and the curry is kind of spicy. How's that?
A very flavorful, spicy curry. I can tell it's made out of from coconut milk.
It's not a very thick curry, it's more stew-like and soupy, but it's really nice on a warm day like this. I'm enjoying it. Sticky rice inside. So a lot of the northern Thai dishes have pork in them. So as you can see over here, we've got a pork sausage. We have something that looks like ground pork with some nice green herbs. And this might also be pork if you ask me.
One of the characteristic elements of northern Thai food is that you eat your side dishes with sticky rice.
Ooh, this is gonna be tasty. So, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be using my hands or not, but since it's sticky rice, I am. We're gonna dip it over here. Let's see how it tastes.
Spicy, sweet.
This one is surprisingly sweet.
So I'm gonna try one of these little puffs and another kind of dipping sauce here.
That looks like it could be spicy.
Yeah.
It is.
It's really spicy.
Burning your mouth. So we also have a nice pumpkin stew over here.
Tofu.
With tofu.
Spicy?
Not spicy, just really hot. Okay, what's next?
So next up in the dishes to try here would be the ground pork. So, looks like it's been marinated in a nice little sauce. Very strong flavor with the sauce. It's like, it looks like soy sauce, but whoa, that's hard going down. Very tasty though.
So it's only our first week in Chiang Mai in northern Thailand, but we are quickly discovering that this part of the country has a lot to offer in the cooking department. Normally when you think Thai food, you think, oh, pad Thai, green curries, but really there is so much variety here, and like today we had dishes that we've never even heard of before, and they were so tasty. So.
And we still don't even know exactly what they are.
Yes, we don't know the names. I'm sure we will learn them over the course of our time here, but for now what we can tell you is northern Thai food is really tasty. So just when we thought the meal was finally over, we are so stuffed, they bring dessert out for us, and it is amazing. So here you can see bananas. It's just slices of bananas in a sweet, thick coconut cream, and it's amazing, really. Oh yeah, you need to try it. I want to see your face when you bite into that.
Wow. It almost has a bit of a rum caramel type flavor, which really accentuates the coconut milk. That was seriously the feast of feasts. We paid 300 baht in total for that, which is roughly $10 US, and it was worth every penny, or should I say every baht. This morning we've got a special activity planned. We are taking cooking class, Khmer cooking class, and I'm all thumbs in the kitchen, but I'm gonna give it my best shot.
Right now we are at the local market and we are going to pick up some ingredients for the cooking class.
And it's raining.
A red curry paste, yeah, and it's a chili paste, yeah. So these vegetables, very fresh vegetable, and then they say ginger, but it is not a ginger, it is galangal, coconut, and then she grated it, she grating together meat, coconut meat.
So we've got our aprons on, ready to cook.
Siem Reap, Phnom Penh, and Sihanoukville, they converse, they change how to make fish amok. They make shortcut as a 3 or 4 minutes.
Trying to slice lemongrass. Our ingredients so far, they smell really good.
10 minutes.
And what might you be doing?
Just crushing the ingredients.
Make a pounding for 10 minutes.
Making the curry paste here.
Oh, so good.
We're really earning our meal here. We're making our curry paste. I've been pounding away for almost 10 minutes now. Now we're slicing up the snake fish. Still haven't cut my finger.
Okay, so here is our amok. We made little curry type thing, put it in the banana bowl that we've prepared.
And it has to be steamed now.
Yes. So here is the meal that we prepared today. We have spring rolls, the nice dipping sauce.
Loklak, a kind of beef meat. And over here, amok, which is fish in a coconut cream sauce.
Okay, so I'm going to try my loklak. Let's see how this turned out. It's really nice. I cooked it myself.
And I'm gonna try one of the spring rolls we made. I still can't believe I didn't burn down the kitchen. And it's delicious, by the way. We just finished our cooking class. I didn't cause an international incident. I didn't burn down the kitchen. So overall, a success. If anyone wants to come, the kitchen is called Nari's Kitchen, and they have a morning and an evening class, and it costs $10 a person.
This restaurant and cooking school is run by Nari and her husband Toot. They will take you to the market and you will spend an hour there just looking at different vegetables, picking up ingredients, and then afterwards you come back to the school, you cook for 2 hours, and then you get to enjoy your meal. So we highly recommend it. Excellent food. It is lunchtime here in Malacca, so we're about to go to a Baba Nyonya type of restaurant, which is a mix of Chinese and Malaysian cuisine.
And this is a real hole-in-the-wall kind of place.
It is.
I'm going to be showing you the Nonya Laksa, which is a spicy curry, a mixture of Malay and Chinese elements. So let's
take a look
here. It is a coconut-based curry soup, and it has curd puffs, fish sticks, shrimp, clams added to it. Very flavorful.
So what I'm having next is called rojak. That's the Malay word for mixture.
It's a refreshing salad.
Yes, so take a look over here. And it's made using fruits and vegetables. So it has pineapple, cucumbers, bean sprouts. It's just a really nice, refreshing salad on a hot day.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The last of our 4 dishes is called papaya. It is a spring roll, has an outside like a crepe, and I'll show you the ingredients here. It has a sweet bean and soy sauce, often has turnips, bean sprouts, sort of omelet type, carrots, lettuce, tofu, peanuts on top. It's got everything going on.
Take a bite. Classy. When the lime juice is here.
Beat the heat. We have some lime juice. Is that refreshing?
So what's been your favorite dish so far?
I've actually liked this one here, the nonya dumpling.
Oh.
I've never had this one before. I've tried the others, but this is my first time.
Okay, take a big bite and tell us why you like it.
Alright, if I can.
Struggling.
Well, what I really like about the glutinous rice is a really unique kind of coating for the dumpling. Also, it's quite sweet inside. Hard to go wrong with sweet foods when it comes to me and my taste buds. And what is Miss Audrey's favorite?
Well, I've really enjoyed the rice dumplings as well, but I think my absolute favorite has been this salad over here. I haven't eaten fresh fruits and vegetables in almost a year because in Korea they cost a fortune, so I'm in heaven right now. I'm just eating on...
What you got right now?
This.
Pineapple?
Which one? Yeah, this is a pineapple.
Nice sweet treat, and the coating on this salad is delicious as well.
And it's a sweet sauce with peanuts on top, so it's just perfect. Lunch at the Bale Well in Hoi An, and this is a very small local restaurant. They have a fixed menu. Actually, there is no menu. They just bring you food and you pay a fixed price and you eat as much as you want. And their focus is country pancakes and spring rolls.
Which we both love. Yep. Put the salad in. Cucumber.
Yeah.
Right?
And cheese. And spring roll.
And a spring roll. Oh, that's gonna be a crunchy.
And chili ball. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh, banana leaf.
Now that is a special roll. That's got meat.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, we make like this. Nice.
Excellent.
So I dip here?
Yeah, with the sauce here.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Give it a try, Audrey.
Chili?
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
How was that?
Wow.
Hard to bite, huh? So you were going to what?
Well, Sam here wasn't paying attention to the whole assembly process, so I will have to demonstrate how to roll a spring roll. Okay, so we add a little bit of greens, some lettuce. Oops.
A little fumbling with the chopsticks there, dear.
Hey, don't be hating. Some greens, so maybe some of this. This looks good.
Yeah.
Okay. Then she said this is our kimchi, which looks a bit different from the kimchi we ate in Korea.
It's a Vietnamese style kimchi.
Yeah. So let's add
It
some
must be
of
pickled
that.
vegetables.
Yeah. Then she added a spring roll.
And, oh, don't forget the meat.
The meat, let's try this one.
Try a smaller one, yeah.
I don't know if it's chicken or beef, but looks good, smells good.
Now that is a super loaded roll.
Okay. Now tightly. Voila. This is kind of it. And now you add just a little bit of chili to the sauce.
It's kind of a peanut-based sauce, I think.
Yep. And we dip and enjoy. Oh, there comes more food.
Voila.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow, here's the country pancakes.
Thank
Yum.
you. Okay, food monster.
So this delectable roll, this time instead of the spring roll, it has the country pancake inside of it. So we're gonna give a try to that one. Oh,
How does it taste? Is that better?
these rolls are amazing. You got pancakes, the spring rolls, the greens, the skewered satay. All in this.
Happy boy.
And if that feast wasn't enough, we've got a little sweet treat to end off with.
Ooh, what flavor did you get?
I got cherry.
And the dessert just keeps on coming. Now we have pineapple.
Fresh pineapple. Oh wow.
Do you have any room for that?
No. Well, eat it. Okay, seriously, that was the feast of feasts. Normally country pancakes or spring rolls or satay taste great on their own, but all wrapped up together in one big roll dipped into a peanut sauce? Wow!
Our lunch came to 180,000 dong, which is about $9. I think that's a great price because they just kept bringing out plates and plates of food and we were stuffed, and then they were offering us dessert and it was like, oh, I don't want to turn it down. I guess I'll eat it anyway. So yeah, great selection there.
The service there is really friendly, almost in a very unique kind of way. There was one time where the lady was coming over and she looked like, it appeared she was going to be wrapping up a roll for us, but instead she just grabbed a satay and plopped it right in Audrey's mouth. And at the very end of the meal, she came over and noticed I was looking hot. She undid a napkin for me. I thought she was gonna put it in my hands. Oh no, she just came and rubbed my whole face right down. But yeah.
Today we are having a feast of a dinner. We are at a Cambodian restaurant and we have just ordered ourselves an 8-course meal.
This restaurant is called Angkor Pong and it's come highly recommended, so we have high expectations for this meal.
So right now I am trying the fresh spring rolls and I think they have rice noodles inside, so let's see.
Whoa, that's a mega bite.
That was a really good spring roll. It had some very fresh and zesty flavors and a little bit of seafood as well. So far so good.
So next up we have the spare ribs, and these do look good. Oh yeah. Just melts in your mouth.
So next up we are trying the amok, which is one of the most popular dishes in Cambodia. And amok is fish that has been coated in a coconut cream and then baked in a banana leaf. So let's see how that tastes.
Hit the spot? And she takes a second bite before I get any. And this is the one thing that I'm probably almost most excited about. The homemade green curry with chicken. I've got a slice of chicken. Wow. You can really taste the curry. And once again, just like the spare ribs, it just melts in your mouth. I barely even have to chew.
Is it coconut based?
I don't think it's that strongly coconut based, no.
So up next is our shaved mango salad, which has some peanuts and mint leaves on top.
Sweet, or?
It is sweet. It's also nice and crunchy because of the peanuts. And it has some nice spices. So it's really flavorful.
You just took a second bite. And last but certainly not least is the fried water spinach. Now that's tasty. It's got kind of a buttery garlic flavor.
Time for dessert. Tell us what you're having.
And to finish off, we've got a sweet little treat, a tapioca-based pudding with banana.
Ooh, take a big bite.
Oh yeah. So sweet. So good.
So we have finished our feast of a dinner. I must admit, when I first saw the platter being brought over, I thought, this is for 2 people? I think I could probably eat my own. But in the end, we still had food left over. Like, that was just so much to eat. It was so tasty, but it was really filling at the same time. So, good stuff, good dinner.
So the 8-course platter is $14 for 2 people. And for those who want to come here, this restaurant is located right in the heart of Siem Reap, nearby the Central Market. You can't miss it. Yeah, I'm hungry.
I am hungry. This is my hungry face.
Let's see your hungry face. I'm gonna devour food. Today we're having a special Korean meal called bulgogi, which literally translates as fire meat. Yeah, is it okay? In Korean, pegopayo, or pegopa, the less polite form, means I'm hungry. And that's exactly how I'm feeling now, hungry.
In Korea, the youngest person at the table is supposed to pour the drinks for their elders. So here is some water for the
Respect your elders. Respect. 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 We're now cooking the bulgogi, and the bulgogi is marinated beef strips in a lovely sauce. So Audrey here is stirring the bulgogi, and it's near the final stages of being cooked. The meat's really starting to look done here.
So I'm going to do a little demonstration on how you make the bulgogi. So you grab a lettuce leaf, then you take some meat.
Need a close up?
It in there. We put some of this sauce.
The samjang sauce.
What else can we add? Maybe a little seaweed?
Sure. You can add whatever you want. And then what do you do?
Okay, then we just roll it all up into a little ball. And stuff it.
Good? You look like you're almost choking on it. We We're about to lift a stone pot rice. And look at that steam. So this lunch is a special meal. It's called chunchik, and in Korean, chunchik means set course meal. So that's why we have a lot more side dishes than usual. And we have a special kind of rice today. It's purple in color, and it's got some kind of beans and also a nice looking date put in. So, special color.
And these are our lovely side dishes. So let's start over here.
So we have the tofu, which is called dubu in Korean. It's all dressed up, all jazzed up.
This looks like some kind of raw meat. We're not sure what it is, so we never touch it. Oh, it's octopus! I see the tentacles. Look on this side.
You're gonna have, ooh, yummy. You're gonna try that? Raw octopus? And this one is our favorite, is it not? Mm-hmm. What's one of the ingredients?
This is pumpkin and potatoes?
Yeah, kind of like a pumpkin potato salad, similar to a potato salad in Western culture.
This bulgogi meat is very popular in Korea because it has a sweet flavor to it, and it's also really popular in McDonald's and Loteria because they use it to make burgers. Okay, so the rice has been sitting in the stone pot for a while, and now it's really crispy. Actually, I can't even show you. This is a traditional table. No.
Yeah. No?
No.
No? Right here we have bulgogi in places such as Loteria, which is kind of like...
To Siem Reap, we've been trying lots of international foods. You've seen us eat Korean, and today is no different. We are having a Burmese set lunch.
Neither of us have had Burmese food much before, so this is going to be a real treat.
So here is our first course of meal. Have a nice soup. It's very hot.
What kind of a soup does it appear to be?
I'm seeing vegetables. I'm seeing cauliflower, carrots, lots of garlic, a bit of cabbage. Let's see. I'm just gonna try the broth.
How does it taste?
It's very flavorful considering it only has boiled vegetables in it. You should try some.
So it's got a lot more ingredients than what we initially thought. There's ginger, there's garlic, there's chicken. It's been a nice surprise. First of our many courses has arrived, and we're starting off with a chicken curry potato. Now, I have no idea what this is going to taste like. My virgin taste buds being tantalized here.
How's that potato curry?
Oh, that's really good. It's got a really strong curry flavor. It's very spicy as well. Just flavor explosion over here.
Bunch of dishes with our set meal, and we have a potato and chicken curry, which is nice and spicy. We also got a fish and vegetable dish in a sweet and sour sauce. Over here we have a nice salad with tomatoes, cilantro, a bit of shrimp and garlic.
That's also a bit spicy.
We have some nice greens over here, and all of that is paired with rice. We top it all off with a healthy fresh fruit dessert. So the verdict, Burmese food. Honestly, I can't say it's that distinct or that unique. I find that Burmese food has a lot of similarities to the dishes we've been trying in Southeast Asia. It has influences from around the region, for example Chinese with the sweet and sour, Then you have a little bit of Indian with the curries and Southeast Asian with the tropical fruits mixed in. Today we're having lunch at the Mermaid restaurant in Hoi An. This is a very famous restaurant in town, and that's because it has two very special secret recipes. So we are going to be trying those two dishes today. That we are going to be introducing you to is called White Rose, as you can see over here. It is a shrimp dumpling made using a translucent dough, and it was named White Rose when the French came because they thought it looked like a flower the way it's all bunched up together.
It's a secret recipe unique to Hoi An, supplied by one family to the rest of the town.
Going to pick this one up. As you can see, it looks like a little rose. Here.
How does it taste?
It's really tasty. It's a nice shrimp paste, and it also has some roasted garlic on top, so it's a really nice flavor.
Dish that we're going to be trying is called Khao Lao. It consists of noodles, pork, and greens, and it is also unique to Hoi An.
The Khao Lao is believed to get its special flavor from the water use that comes from a well outside of the town.
Or this distinct taste could just be from its 5-spice caramelized broth. Delicious noodles. They remind me a lot of the Japanese udon noodles. Meat is really chewy and flavorful. You can tell it's been sitting in the broth for a little while.
So this meal came to about $5 US, which is a bit pricier for a local dish. But then again, we are eating at a famous restaurant with two secret recipes, so that's what you pay.
Tonight for dinner, we're going to show you one of our favorite Korean meals. It's actually Korean Chinese food.
In every country, Chinese food is a little bit different, and Korea is no exception.
This here is a typical Korean Chinese restaurant. It's just a small little place. We have someone who's very hungry.
So the last time we had Chinese food was in Busan on our first trip together, and Sam ate so much that one night that he couldn't even walk afterwards. We ended up not even seeing the markets, not seeing the city. It was straight to bed for him.
What you talking about? Actually, sadly, it's true. 감사합니다.
Yum, yum. Check this out. It's for one person. That's like a feast in a bowl.
What is it?
That's jjajangmyeon.
Which is?
It's noodles with a black bean paste and some onions.
Oh wow! And this is an actual set we ordered. We got this whole massive feast. Like these are huge bowls. Hard to tell even with the camera angle. This is just a huge feast, and we got sweet and sour pork for. Now this is a value meal for the two of us. $13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already digging in.
You are.
Well, that's the long noodle.
Sure is. Oh, it's so good. one of our favorite things to have.
So here we have the sweet and sour pork. It's breaded and deep fried, and it's in a nice sweet sauce. And we also have a few veggies like onions, carrots, and maybe coleslaw. Nice little surprise there. That's really good.
Really good? Really, it's quite sweet, isn't it? Yeah. In a Chinese Korean restaurant, often the best value meals are the sets. We ordered what was set A, which included the 2 bowls of jjajangmyeon here.
Here they are. One.
And the tong siyuk, the sweet and sour spicy pork. And we were gonna, like, this meal will leave us stuffed. We'd be lucky if we could finish it all.
Oh yeah, that's gonna fill us up for sure.
What are you doing?
Oh, you know, just mixing in the black bean paste. And then I'm gonna stuff my face. Okay.
You got enough? Sure you got enough there? Yeah.
As usual, in a Korean Chinese restaurant, you don't really get that many side dishes, so we just have these lovely little yellow, I don't know, what are
radishes.
they? Radishes.
Yeah. That's the banchan, that's the Korean side dish for here. We've got so much to eat left that we don't care, right?
Well, I couldn't quite finish mine, it was just too much food. Sam did a little bit better.
There's nothing left. A true pig. But anyways, for someone visiting Korea and looking for a cheap budget meal, it's delicious. I recommend Korean Chinese food. It's awesome.
So here we are visiting a market again. That can only mean one thing. We are taking a cooking course yet again. Today we are going to be learning how to make Lao food, and our first stop is the Fusi market. It's the biggest market in Luang Prabang, and apparently it opens at 4 in the morning.
For our cooking class today, it's an awesome surprise. We've got this lush garden setting. It feels like we're just walking into someone's backyard.
In Laos, cook is wife and daughter cook for family, not husband and son cook for family. This is culture. We don't put much sugar in Lao cooking like Thai food. You taste Thai food, taste milky, creamy, sweety, because they add lots of coconut milk, lots of sugar. That's why the food tastes like that. Lao food, when you eat, tastes lots of herb, lots of texture. This is Lao food. It's not mean Thai food not tasty. Thai food very tasty, but we are taste different too.
Peppers and shallots, and that's it.
Time to try your tomato dip.
I made mine really spicy, accidentally. I thought we were cooking this.
So you're making your little...
So yeah, make a little ball with the rice.
Sticky rice?
Voila. Dip it in here. I don't want to taste the Laos.
And how is it?
It has a real texture, but it's so good. It has lemon juice, hot peppers, garlic. I like it. So I'd like to point out the Sam and I are making the exact same dish. This is his sauce. This is mine. What are you missing?
Just about everything. Alright, so we're making the mock pot fish, and you are going to show us how to wrap it. Wow, what a work of art, Audrey. Amazing.
Oh, be quiet. It's going to taste amazing.
So we're cooking our buffalo meat now?
So here we have our buffalo salad, So we stir-fried some buffalo meat, and we also added bean sprouts. There's banana flowers. We have string beans, hot chilies, and mint leaves. So we're going to be rolling this up in lettuce leaves. It's kind of like a little fresh roll.
For breakfast this morning, we're having one of my all-time favorite foods, dim sum. And there are so many restaurants to choose from here in Georgetown, but I'm going to my favorite. Let's go.
There's a recurring theme in most of our morning videos, and that's that I'm usually not awake and that I've been dragged out of bed to go do something. This morning, it's Chinese breakfast again.
What do we got?
I believe those are shrimp dumplings. Could I have a cup of tea, darling?
You may, and this is very hot. Very hot.
Burning yourself for love.
Yes, yes, yes. No dim sum meal is complete without a cup of tea. Sticky rice? How about this one? Oh, sweet one, yeah.
Sam and his buns. They're irresistible, aren't they?
Barbecue pork bun and red bean paste bun. Fascinating aspects of eating at this dim sum restaurant is just how you order the food. All of the different ladies come by pushing these different kinds of carts. Some of them are filled with dim sum, some of them are filled with pao, with different kinds of buns, some of them have porridge, all kinds of things. And you just pick them and they put them right on the table, and they have this little bill here, and they check them off with the prices. So you can see our bill right now as it's shaping up. I'm sure we'll be ordering more. Go ahead. And which one did you try just now?
I got a shrimp and veggie one, and it is so tasty. I love it.
One of my absolute favorites is the barbecue pork bun. It just has so much flavor. It's just, wow, delicious.
So we've been trying lots of different dim sums. I find that the fillings are very varied. You can get vegetables, pork, there's some with shrimp, and then you have all the sweet dim sum. Which have a red.
Which are the ones I like the most?
Yes, the ones that I'm not a huge fan of. But again, lots of variety.
One of my favorite things about having dim sum is the social aspect. It's the kind of meal that you come and enjoy with friends over a cup of tea. I'm so full, yet I keep eating more.
Sam is certainly in his element over here. And this is my local kimbap restaurant. So we are at my local kimbap restaurant. This is a place where I eat several times a week, sometimes several times a day. So it's a very small space, a very quaint room, and they have excellent food.
Here's the menu here at the Gimbap restaurant. As you can see, a lot of things are between roughly between 2,000 to 4,000. And this here is our banchan, our kimchi, some kind of
little egg rolls.
egg dish.
That looks good.
And not entirely sure. I can see my rice being prepared here from the distance. This is awesome. Here comes my kimchi fried rice and audrey stew. 고맙습니다. Alright, and here we are. We've got the chamchi jjigae, the spicy Korean soup made of tuna. Oh, whoa. And over here is the kimchi fried rice, which is typically topped with a fried egg on top. And yeah, they brought us the they got it mixed up here. So I'm having the rice, Audrey's having the soup. Is this what you order most of the time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. So this is my favorite meal. It's called chamchi jjigae, and it's kind of like a tuna stew, and it's very, very spicy. It has onions, a little bit of tofu, some veggies, and it always
really
comes with a side of rice.
Quite healthy, isn't it?
Yes. It's a very filling meal, and it's only a little bit over $4. So I'm happy with the price.
Yeah.
A nice thing about restaurants in Korea is that when you finish your side dishes, you can always ask for more, and it's all free.
And we've got 2 here to replenish. One of the reasons we like to come to the Gimbap restaurants, especially for me, is that we do have to live a sort of a backpacking lifestyle. We like to save up for travel, and by coming here, we get to have delicious Korean food. It's real cheap price.
Okay, so what are you having today?
I'm having kimchi bokkeumbap, which is kimchi fried rice. It's also a spicy dish too, and it's my favorite way to eat kimchi. I really like it when it's fried, and I already know it's going to be good. So tonight we're going to be trying a new dish here. It's at our favorite restaurant. It's going to be our last time to eat here because I'm finishing my teaching contract. I'm going back to Canada soon. But anyways, we're going to be trying, it's actually the signature dish of this restaurant, and it's called Taktori Tong, which is a spicy chicken vegetable stew. And I've had this before, it's delicious. And we've always come here and had our dolso bibimbap and sugdubu jjigae because we've loved it. And this is actually the signature dish at this restaurant, and we're going to be eating it today. Yum.
How hungry are you?
I'm hungry.
My hungry face?
Yeah, do your hungry face. I'm hungry.
My hungry lion face?
Yes.
It's like...
Come on. I'm hungry.
There comes the soup. Ooh. So here is our hearty chicken stew. It's the perfect winter dish. And it's got lots of pieces of chicken, potatoes, onions, vegetables. It looks really tasty and really filling.
It is bubbly, bubbly, bubbly.
Yum, yum, yum. Let's dig in. And we have a nice piece of chicken breast over here. Ooh.
I'm loading up myself.
Yeah.
Lots of potatoes, lots of chicken.
This is the perfect dish now that the temperatures have dropped below 0. It's just so filling and it gets feeling all warm. And the potatoes are nice and soft, and the chicken has been boiling for a while, so it's very tender. And it's just really good.
Falls right off the bone.
Yes, it's one of my favorite Korean dishes so far. I wish I discovered it sooner.
Too bad.
Okay, so tell us your thoughts. How much are you loving this dish?
I'm loving it. You're loving it. interesting things about this dish is that there's several different parts of the chicken here, and just drumsticks. There's various parts without bones, but there is some work involved while you eat it. This is the bone section. Okay, so toktori tang is what this dish is called, and I'll break down sort of the different words within the dish. So tok means chicken, and tori, I honestly have no idea what it means. Tang is stew. So you can imagine this as chicken stew. I have a feeling it might be chicken mixed stew or chicken spicy stew, but it also has potatoes and onions and different things in it. So,
it's steaming as you speak.
okay, so this dish, this toktori tang, comes in several different sizes. The one we got here is actually the small. And if you take a look at it, it's not small.
Yeah, that's a lot of meat boiling right there.
It's a lot of meat and potatoes for 2 people. It also comes in the medium and large size. So the dish we're ordering here is 19,000 Korean won, 9,000 won, which is 17, 18 US dollars these days. So it's, all of this for that price is really reasonable. The medium is 24,000 won, and the large is 29,000 won. I'm guessing the large could feed an entire family, maybe an entire extended family. It's just a lot of food, and we're enjoying it.
So we polished off the stew. This is what's left of it. And this is actually the best part. The broth got really thick and it's flavorful and saucy and...
You like your saucy foods, don't you?
Yeah.
What a feast. What a great way to end my time in Korea.
And I think you have a little sauce on your lips, yeah? In the corner of your mouth, a bit? No? Oh crap. Okay, so this is day 3 in Chiang Mai. We just moved here a few days ago and we already have a favorite restaurant. It's called Chiang Chalad. So today we are going to be ordering some classic Thai meals.
I've been to Thailand probably close to 10 times, and this place literally has the best pad thai I've ever had anywhere.
I like this dish so much, that's why I can't stop smiling. So pad thai is a kind of dish, even if you've never been to Thailand, you can get this back in Canada or really anywhere in the world. And the ingredients, well, it's a noodle dish, as you can see, and it also has tofu, because we got the vegetarian version. It has egg, peanuts, bean sprouts, peanut sauce. It's just so tasty, so filling, so good.
So what makes this the best pad thai I've ever had? Well, it's especially the sauce. This is the most tangy, sweet, rich, it's almost even a bit creamy sauce I've ever had on a pad thai. This must be a secret recipe because I've never had anything quite like this before. It's just really, really unique. So Chiang Chalad is sort of this just tiny little unassuming restaurant that I first visited back in 2008. It has incredible food. So that's always been one of my biggest travel tips is, try out these small little places. Try out these places that aren't on TripAdvisor or Lonely Planet. They're often the best places you can eat. So the price of the pad thai was only 60 baht, which is $2 US. What a deal. Today we're on a quest for Macanese food. We love to eat and we're always excited to try new things.
So this little treat over here is called pastel de nata, and it's a popular Portuguese pastry. It's made with eggs, and I'm gonna have my first bite.
It's a kind of Macanese food, Chinese and Portuguese inspired. How is it?
It's nice and sweet, and the egg is really fluffy, almost like a souffle.
What do you got there?
A piece of meat.
Is it good?
It's like bacon. So time for our second treat of the day.
And we found a quiet little back alley from some of the busy main pedestrian areas. And we've got some almond cakes here. These are also a Macanese specialty. Oh yeah, those are real good.
Yeah?
They remind me of Christmas shortbread cookies that you have over the winter holidays.
Tasty.
Melt in the mouth.
Look at those again. Yum. So we're here at a local eatery just down a back street in Macau, and we are here to try the pork chop bun. And we've also been given a black soy milk drink. So we'll see what that's all about. Okay, first time trying soy milk in my whole life.
Is it sweet?
This is sweet, yeah.
Does it have a kind of a rich flavor? Texture?
I don't know. You try it.
Yeah, it definitely tastes like sweetened soy milk. A little bit similar to almond milk as well. I can also taste the black bean a little bit too.
Try this famous pork bun here in Macau. That's really nice.
Is it?
It's a soft, warm bun fresh out of the oven. I think it may have some butter. And the pork is just so flavorful.
Save some for me.
No. So it's starting to get really hot outside, so we treated ourselves to a nice little pearl tea. I think the origins of this are actually Taiwanese, but it's really popular here in Macau, so we're adding it to the video. Today we are at a Japanese restaurant, and it is the kind of restaurant where the food just revolves around and you pick what you want. So let's see what we find.
Sushi. Alright, so everything is completely self-serve. Different colored plates mean different prices. I'm a huge fan of salmon, so I will be eating a lot of the salmon today.
So I chose the grilled salmon here, so I'm going to take a bite of this. Let's see.
It looks like a happy customer.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. So here we have the menu of all the different sushis you can get. Is that plural?
Different kinds of sushi, I think.
Different kinds of sushi.
That'll work. And they're all the different prices, like there's a huge list. So it's basically you go here, you eat as much as you want, and afterwards they stack up the plates and you get a bill. Alright, time for me to try the salmon here.
You look like you're really enjoying that.
It's so good. This totally reminds me of where I grew up. I grew up on Vancouver Island in Canada, where I had smoked salmon all the time. My dad would be smoking salmon in the summer, and this just totally reminds me of home. I love it.
In my mouth.
And how is the raw salmon eating?
There's my hot tea. That looks like water, honestly.
What?
Confused. I don't know what this is.
It's supposed to be green tea, but maybe not. So what are you doing there?
I'm making myself some green tea here.
In Korea, that's nok cha.
Add some green powder. We already have hot water in here, and I'll swirl it with a chopstick, I guess.
Why not? That certainly looks green.
Yep.
Yeah, that's some nice green tea. Alright, so 6 stacked plates.
That's all the sushi we ate. That's close to $18. It's a very cold winter day today, so for lunch we decided to have some gamjachang, which is a hearty Korean stew. So in Korea, you cut everything with scissors. Forget knives. This is the way it's done.
This is the way it's done. Eat like the locals.
Same with the kimchi.
Yep. Chop that up. Looks nice and fresh. Yummy. So here's the delicious stew. And these are all the different ingredients we have on it. Lots of vegetables, lots of potatoes here on the side, meat. It's gonna be lovely.
I'd like to know what the white stuff is. So this is the kind of restaurant where you come to fight off the hangover by eating haejanguk. Or in our case, if you're freezing, you come for a hearty stew like this one.
Yep. Bubbling goodness. What you doing over there?
I'm just taking the meat off of the pork spine.
And how's the meat? Tasty.
Oh yes.
Okay, it's time to dish it up. It is all cooked. So as you can see, the broth is a real thick and hearty looking type of broth with the different sesame seeds and all kinds of different pastes.
So gamjachang soup basically means that it has potatoes, but there's also lots of other things in there. We have pork spine, there are some rice cakes, sesame leaves, sesame seeds, mushrooms. There was a white paste which we haven't really figured out what it was.
We think it may be a sesame-based paste. So how would you describe the broth?
It's a lot spicier than I was expecting, but it's very flavorful.
Yeah.
Really good.
Let's get a close-up shot. So with the gamjachang, you really have to make sure to stir it around so it doesn't stick to the bone. We kind of made that mistake for a few minutes.
It'll just add to the flavor.
It will.
So this is the meat after it has been deboned, and I like to dip it in the mustard sauce. It's really spicy, It almost reminds me of wasabi a little, but with a mustardy flavor.
It does have definitely a bite, a little bit of a tang to it. So let's show us how it's done.
Just grab a little bit. Oh, that looks fatty. Hold on, normal piece. That one.
There you go.
So
Dip
just
it
dip
into
it,
the sauce.
swirl it around.
Delish.
Oh.
Well, we're almost finished the meal, and what is left is basically just a thick collection of stew, meat, and a few random potatoes and veggies. As you can see here, our feast is complete. The cost of this meal was Iman Ochon won, which is 25,000 won, roughly 25 US dollars, a little bit less. And overall, our feeling was that although it was tasty and definitely delicious, relatively compared to what we can get at other Korean restaurants, is a little bit expensive. So probably won't try this one again.
We are at our new favorite restaurant in Georgetown. It's called Kapitan, Restaurant Kapitan, and they serve up amazing Indian food.
If you like rich, savory curries and buttery naans, oh, have you come to the right place. Chicken is superb. Juicy in the inside, crispy on the outside, and wow, what flavor. How's the curry? So good.
So good.
Aside from being a great restaurant in terms of the quality of food, the other thing we really like about coming here is that it's so affordable. You can just pick a whole bunch of different dishes, mix and match, and you'll get a great meal.
So one of our absolute favorite dishes so far has been the Khmer, which is really delicious. And we've also really enjoyed the tandoori chicken, which is always fresh, crispy, and the butter naan. That's good.
This is a 24-hour restaurant, and we like it so much we're considering coming for breakfast, lunch, dinner, maybe even a snack.
So today we are having lunch at a little place called the Peppermint Cafe. This is in some little back alley in Chiang Mai, and we're sitting outside just right by the street, and we're gonna enjoy some more northern Thai food.
And you know how much we like our back alley restaurants. We're here for original Thai food and good shakes.
Looks like you got just that. So today we are having a dish that is called cow soy, and if you just look down over here, you can see that it kind of looks like a curry type soup, and we have regular boiled noodles, some crispy noodles, and chicken over top.
So this is a Burmese influenced dish from northern Thailand, and it literally means cut rice. This is one of northern Thailand's most famous dishes.
So I've had this dish once before, and I think my favorite part is the combination of the soft egg noodles mixed in with the crispy ones. It's just a nice crunchy, soft texture, and the curry sauce gives it a bit of an extra kick. So here we go.
I love coconut-based curries, and this is quite similar to Massaman curry. This is a really popular street food in northern Thailand, but it's actually quite hard to find overseas in Thai restaurants. So that means you have to come to northern Thailand and try it for yourself. Empty plate over here, sign of a good meal. Overall, that meal was delicious, and coming in at just 59 baht per dish, what value? How you doing, dear? Can you flip them?
Just struggling a little bit.
Nice skills with the chopsticks. Nice skills.
Okay, so this is a very Korean thing, but they usually bring you a pair of scissors to cut your meat. Instead of slicing it for you, they let you play chef at the table. So I'm just cutting.
It's almost like we're doing doing surgery here, huh? Little snippets of meat being put onto the table.
Okay, so now we just finished cutting up all the pieces of meat, and we're just cooking them a little bit more. We want them nice and crispy. They have a lot of fat, so I'm trying to melt some of that away.
Oh, this is gonna be one delicious bite. Samgyeopsal. Tasty! How does it taste?
It tastes great.
Okay, I am going to show how we have this delicious Korean barbecue the Korean style way. So, first what we do is we grab a nice piece of leafy lettuce here, and then we take a piece of the samgyeopsal, which is the meat, and we dip it into this red sauce, just like this. Pop it onto the lettuce, grab some springs, put those on, and a piece of garlic.
That looks delicious.
Oh, it's gonna be good. Then what you do is you roll it into bite-sized shape, just like this. And some people take several bites, but you know how I eat. I'm being the pig that I am. I'm gonna pop it all in. Is it ever good? full, but it was so good.
Okay, so we just finished our meal and I am stuffed. I ate most of the garlic when Sam wasn't looking.
I knew I didn't get much. Nice.
But yeah, it was a very filling meal. I have no room for dessert. That's it.
Today we're having another soup, budae jjigae. I'm hungry.
Today we are having budae jjigae.
Budae jjigae is not Korean traditional food.
It was invented after the Korean War when American food supplies like Spam and hot dogs were very abundant.
And apparently it originated from an area we've been to before. Tan. The ingredients in budae jjigae are often similar to what would be in other Korean stews. The main difference being that things such as Spam and hot dog, which you can see Audrey moving around here, and she stopped, were found around the American bases. And there's also, it's a kind of fusion stew, so there can be any kind of different ingredients thrown in. Sometimes noodles are put in. There's a lot of different things, and it is getting steamy.
Considering it has Spam, it's quite tasty.
Yeah. It's light and just a little bit spicy.
As with all Korean meals, this comes with rice, kimchi, and other side dishes. In Cambodia. I can't say I expected to eat Korean food so soon after leaving.
We've already got a craving. One of the things we've noticed since coming to Cambodia is just how much of a Korean influence is here. We've noticed it with the buses. All the buses we've taken have been Korean. We've noticed it with guest houses, restaurants, and also just going into grocery stores. We've seen Korean popsicles, Korean this and that. We feel like we're almost in Korea again.
Yes. And then you have all the Korean K-pop playing on the radio.
Yes.
We hear Psy every day.
And we have complimentary sweet potato, kokuma. Oh, that looks good. Yeah. How's the sweet potato?
It's the best sweet potato I've ever had, and I'm not exaggerating. It's really good.
Korean food back home where we're from in Canada is actually really expensive, but here in Cambodia, where the cost of living is a lot lower, it's actually a little bit less than what we paid when we were in Korea.
And of course, every Korean meal comes with side dishes.
The banchan. And we have some of our favorites like the kimchi jun, the kimchi pancake, kimchi.
Oh yeah!
So the $1,000,000 question whenever eating food outside of the home origin, outside of the home country is it as good? Is it as authentic? And this here, yes, full marks. Very authentic, delicious.
We just ordered our favorite Korean meals, which we used to eat almost daily when we were back in Korea. I'm having the sundubu jjigae, which is a tofu stew, and Sam is having dolsot bibimbap, which is rice in a hot pot.
Stone pot.
Yes. And it's crazy how much I'm actually enjoying this meal. Sundubu jjigae is something that I ate almost every single day for a whole year when I was in Korea. And you think I'd be sick of it, but I've actually been craving Korean food, so it's really nice to find it here in Siem Reap.
Today's Valentine's Day in Korea. Instead of stuffing ourselves with copious amounts of chocolate, we've decided to come and have a Korean traditional set lunch.
So Korea has a lot of lovey-dovey holidays for couples, and we've actually managed to miss most of them. So there was Kiss Day in June, I believe, and then Hug Day in December, and we were unaware of these. So we got to make up and celebrate Valentine's Day this year.
So by Korean set meal, what it's called locally is Han Chunchik. And what that means is basically it's a set meal built around, usually built around rice dishes. We're getting the dolsot set, which is a stone pot rice set. And so what we expect to have is a lot of different side dishes and soup. So it's going to be a really big meal.
I'm starving, so I'm looking forward to this.
Yes, me too.
First off, they brought us juk, which is kind of like a soup. So take a look in here.
And this is black.
It is. I wonder what it's made of.
Good question.
I'll take a sip and let you know.
Any guesses?
I have no idea.
Also, is it good though?
No, it is good.
Okay,
yeah, it's really nice.
That's important.
Oh, and there's John too. There's little John.
감사합니다.
Yeah.
So our feast has arrived. It's a pleasant surprise. We really didn't know what we were going to get, so we'll give you a bit of a tour here. Over here we've got something called bulgogi, which is marinated beef strips. These are going to be delicious. Down here it looks like we've got a normal salad. Jun, which is Korean style pancakes, which we both love. This looks like sort of like a little mini kind of tonkas, breaded cutlet. Have another kind of salad and japchae. We've just been brought one more dish here, which is called bosam, a kind of steamed meat. So the bulgogi is finished cooking. Now we're going to dish it up.
Let's get some veggies in there too.
And the bulgogi is known for having a sweet sauce, like what it's being marinated in is actually quite a sweet sauce. Very flavorful and tasty. That looks awesome. It's getting steamed up. Time to try it.
How does it taste?
It's awesome. The meat's really tender. Really nice sauce. What you got there?
This is the most delicious pajeon I've had since I've been in Korea.
Korean pancake?
It's little Korean pancake with lots of green onions, and this one also has seafood. It looks like baby octopus maybe. And it's so good.
Yeah. Crispy, very crispy, isn't it? Flavorful.
There are so many side dishes to choose from that it's a little difficult to decide what you're going to eat next. So I really thought the meal was over after the first set of dishes came out, but behold, there is even more.
This is a proper feast. Let's take a look at what we got. All kinds of goodness, ranging from fish to soup. And here, which I'm going to open here, is the dolsot, the stone pot rice. Okay, what we're going to be doing right now is we're actually going to be scooping out the rice from the stone pot and then adding water to the burnt sides of it. So what that does is it creates sort of a rice soup. So Audrey's scooping it out. So at this point we scraped out all of the rice from the main part. As you can see, we put it in the bowl. And now we've just got the rice on the sides. We're gonna add some hot water and turn it into the soup. Like this. It's full. Cover it up.
And we wait.
And we wait. I'll just say. Looks like we put a little bit too much water in here. It's actually bubbling and overflowing.
That's my rice just bubbling next to me on the table. So here's my whole fish. I'm just trying to get some meat off without the bones. I have to take out the spine. Let's try it. This is kind of difficult. Oh, a morsel.
Alright, it is time for the official unveiling of the stone pot.
So now we have a little rice soup.
It's kind of a murky looking. Alright, Audrey will try it.
Hopefully not burn myself.
It does look very hot.
It's very sweet.
Is it sweet?
It's like a sweet tea with rice in it. It was a great meal. I am personally stuffed, and there are still so many dishes that I never got around to trying. It was just very, very filling. So much food.
Would you come back again?
I would definitely come back here.
Definitely feel the same way as Audrey. One of the better value meals I've had in a long time. It's just awesome. Here at our favorite Thai restaurant, Chiang, and we're gonna be having a delectable dessert, one of my absolute favorites. And to be honest, much like the pad Thai, this is also the best dish I've ever had here served at this particular restaurant. Got ourselves a friendly little visitor here. Hello, kitty cat. So for those who've never tried this dessert, it's definitely my favorite in Thailand. Basically what it is it's sticky rice, and then on top of it you have this kind of sweet condensed coconut milk, which obviously has a lot of sugar added. And then you have this just wonderfully sliced mango.
So I would like to preface this by saying that I hate rice. I don't ever eat rice back at home. But this dessert has really changed my mind. I'd say it's better than chocolates and better than cheesecake, and those are my two favorite sweets. So that's saying a lot. Mango sticky rice, you have to try it.
To me, what makes this the best mango sticky rice I've ever had is that the cream sauce is just so thick here. It's already coconut milk sauce is usually quite thick, but this is the creamiest I've ever had. Oh, it's so good.
So the price of our delicious mango sticky rice dessert is only 50 baht, which is about $1.70. Restaurant. It's located right across from the Putrajaya bus terminal in Kuala Lumpur, and it's Indian food, my favorite.
Nothing like refreshing fruit drinks to start your meal. Here's our food.
Ooh, nice.
Thank you. It's a banana.
has cheese inside. I'm going to dip it in the curry sauce.
And the roti canai is actually the Malaysian form of the Indian flatbread.
Oh yeah!
What we're having here is roti canai. Roti means bread in Hindi and Malay. Canai in Malay means to roll out.
How do you roll it out? Show us. Nice.
It's made with fat, egg, flour, water. And in the special cases where there's special ingredients, like this one right here,
Sam's feeling a little shy because there's people watching him eat right now. Is it the freckles? Is it the t-shirt? Is it because he's using his hands? What could it be?
Two ways to eat roti canai, by hand or by utensil, and believe me, I will not give up an opportunity to use my hand.
Demonstrate for us.
Mix it up real good.
Ew, that's sloppy. You just wiped it on your pants.
I did. And Audrey here will be having it using utensils.
Well, I, on the other hand, am eating like a lady and using a fork and spoon. Keeping it classy.
So roti canai is thinner than the Indian style naan, which a lot of people are familiar with. It's thin in the same way as a chapati, for example.
So you can get plain roti, or you can get a little fancier with your order. They have banana roti, garlic roti, cheese roti.
Egg as well.
Egg roti, yes, I had that earlier. Lots to choose from.
One of the coolest things when you come here to the restaurant is the little bill you get. They just keep tallying it up here on the side, and eventually when you're finished feasting, they finally give you the total.
So, this is a meal that you can have for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. We're having it for dinner right now, and I'm pretty sure I'll be coming back for breakfast. Get ready. Okay, so it's Saturday morning, and normally on a weekend I would expect to wake up late, maybe have some waffles or pancakes for breakfast, but instead I've been dragged out of my apartment way too early to eat oxbone soup.
In the cold. Something like that. I'm on? Okay. One of the nicest things about this restaurant here is that it has the heated floors, which in Korean is called ondol. So I mean, we were walking around in the sub-zero temperatures, now we're warming up our butts on the ground. So what's arrived at our table is called Selvam, and it is an oxbone soup with brisket. This is what it looks like. It's got a kind of a murky white color.
Yum yum.
Give it a stir, see if we can. Yeah, you can see that it's got noodles.
Ooh,
and then it's
that
got,
looks nice.
Here's the brisket.
So this soup comes with rice, as you can see, and we also have some veggies and kimchi that I suppose we can add to our soup.
Kimchi in a jar. I think this is what we add to our soup, different kinds of onions. What's this one? Oh, more of the radish kimchi. Okay. She's chopping up the kimchi.
That's how it's done. There we go.
Doesn't that look good?
It sure does.
Time for the first bite.
Okay, let's try the broth first. I can't say it's very flavorful.
No?
It's like water.
Yeah?
Let's add more things to it.
Okay.
So we just found the salt. Hopefully this will make the soup a little less bland. So let's add a little.
Can I add some more?
Maybe. It's really bland.
Alright, and let's see what this has done. Let's give it a stir and try a bite of the broth.
Okay, let's see. Experimenting here. That's better, but it needs more. Lots more.
A lot more? So we found even more seasonings here. We've got some pepper. We attempt to, really spice things up a little, add a little zest. Give a stir. Let's try that now. Oh yeah, that's much better.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So I am trying the brisket here.
How does it taste?
Nice and tender. It's a real nice cut of meat. Not fatty at all. So after doing a little bit of research on this dish on Wikipedia, I read that often rice can be added into the Selvam tong. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my bowl of rice and plop it right in. It's definitely going to thicken things up here. Let's try that. Not too bad. Audrey's going to try the noodles. And how are those?
They're really tender, really soft.
Really soft?
Yes.
That's cool.
So the verdict, I can't say I would eat the soup again. I really wanted to like it, but it was just too bland. It's white rice, just plain noodles, and a white murky broth. There's no spice. So I prefer the haejanguk or the taktori tang.
Or your sundubu jjigae.
Yes. Okay, so what did you think of the soup?
Well, I have to agree with you on this. It wasn't my favorite. I did finish it, but what I like in a soup, I do like, there's just so many spicy and flavorful Korean soups. One of the ones that I love, some of the ones that you mentioned, but also sundubu jjigae, kimchi jjigae. There's so many, yeah, just didn't quite hit the spot. But it was okay. 감사합니다. So basically what shabu shabu is it's a kind of a hot pot style hot pot. It's a Korean style hot pot. And what we do is we have the different, you can see we have different ingredients. We have meat here, thin slices of beef we're going to be putting in. We've got greens, We've got different vegetables here already in the pot. We've got noodles that we'll be adding at one point. And over here, this is what we're going to be putting to make the rice at the very end. So there's a lot of different courses in this meal. Basically, eventually we're going to get all of these different greens and meat into here. And it's this type of spicy hot pot, perfect for the winter season.
So we're going to put some of the vegetables in the soup right now. So snip, snip.
Nice and long. All the leafy goodness. One of our favorite aspects of these kind of communal Korean meals is the do-it-yourself part. So we're actually, you know, we're cooking a bit of the meal here. Not much, but a little bit. So next up is the meat. Just plop it right into the pot. And it cooks very fast. That's why you don't want to. That's not why you don't want to put it in at first. It's good to cook the vegetables first, because of that reason. So apparently, the name shabu shabu is derived from an onomatopoeia, meaning that the shabu shabu sound is supposed to indicate the swishing sound of the beef cooking in the hot sauce. Shabu, 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 shabu. Bubbly, 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 bubbly. Now it is noodle time.
Oh my gosh, okay. There we go.
Disaster averted.
Yeah.
And that makes it a lot more thick, the noodles. Oh.
So I'm really enjoying the meal so far. My favorite part is the thin strips of beef, and you can dip that in a wasabi and soy sauce mixture. And it's really strong, really potent. It's made my eyes water a couple of times.
So let's see you do the demo.
It's really good.
Let's see a demo here.
A demo? I'm not sure there's any beef left. I devoured most of it. Oh, here. There's a little one.
So, into the wasabi.
Let's soak it.
And the camera's all fogged up now. Nice. So here I am with the thin strip of beef, and I'm going to be dunking it into the soy sauce wasabi combo. Absolutely delicious. Mashiketa. That's just like saying. So the Korean lady is over there making our bokkeumbap, our fried rice, and she's using some of the leftover ingredients from the shabu shabu, as well as mixing it into the pot. And here comes our fried rice, the bokkeumbap. Oh, look at that. And the best part is that if you leave it for a while, it gets crispy on the bottom. So you get a nice crispy golden... And?
Hold on, it's really hot.
Tasty?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah! Manguchonwan. Manguchonwan.
So this meal costs manguchon won, which is about, not about, it is 19,000 won, which
sure
is
less
than 19 US dollars. So it's a pretty good price. It's the meal that keeps on giving. I mean, you get the soup with the vegetables, the beef, the noodles, the rice at the end, and a cup of free
complimentary coffee. What's not to like?
It's a lot of food. It's great.
Yeah. Hawker centers, which are open-air food stall complexes, serve up a variety of inexpensive food.
From Chinese to Indian and Malaysian to Indonesian, there is a diverse selection of cuisine to choose from. We're having our first lunch here in Singapore at a hawker center, and I've ordered myself some Chinese food. I have some Hainanese chicken rice, which looks absolutely delicious.
Now I've got a butter chicken with butter naan right down here.
So here is my dish. It's just a bit of plain rice and some chicken with crispy skin on the outside. And despite it looking a bit bland, it's actually quite tasty.
It's hard not to enjoy butter chicken. This is awesome.
Snacks to complete the meal. What are they?
So this is a combination of satay and dim sum. So we have sweet potato here. This one is yam. We've got tofu cubes over here. This one is prawn, and I believe that is a shrimp dumpling.
So I'm going for something a little sweet here. I have some kind of yam spring roll. Should I dip it in peanut sauce?
Nah, probably just not. Have it. Is it sweet?
It is. It tastes like a sweet potato, except it's white.
So this crab didn't go on a skewer, and it will taste good in the peanut sauce, I'm pretty sure. Mix that around, mix that bad boy around.
Whoa. What's happening over there? Kind of chewy?
Here's the crab.
Whoa, nice claw.
Oh, that's delicious. And it's so juicy inside. So as budget travelers, these hawker centers in Singapore are a real find because it is really expensive in Singapore. It's one of the most expensive cities in all of Asia, certainly the most expensive in Southeast Asia. And you can find dishes here for between 4 to 10 Singaporean dollars, and it's so much cheaper than eating in a restaurant.
And I like the variety that you find in the hawker centers. For example, today we had some Indian food, Chinese food, and we also saw stands selling Malaysian food, Singaporean dishes, and lots of other things.
This hawker center is by the Singapore Flyer, but you can find them all throughout the city.
We are at Texan Restaurant in Georgetown, Penang today. Not to be confused with Texan food because this place is actually a Chinese restaurant.
It's spelled T-E-K-S-E-N.
Texan.
Apparently this restaurant is one of the most popular restaurants in all of Georgetown for locals, and if you don't come at the right time, you have to wait for a table. And if a restaurant is popular with locals, I know I'm gonna like it. How does it taste?
It's like tofu mixed with ground beef and a really rich sauce. It's kind of spicy. I like it.
Oh wow. Is that ever good? Crispy chicken and a sweet plum sauce. That's just your standard fried rice with shrimp, a little bit of veggies, and some meat. It's really tasty.
That only you show that you in the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, that's better.
The chopstick.
Yes. Nothing quite as refreshing as lime juice. Our delicious Malaysian-Chinese feast came to 33 ringgit, which is roughly 11 US dollars, and it was worth every single ringgit.
love to eat, so today we have signed up for a cooking course where we're going to learn how to make some of our favorite Thai dishes. Right now we're at the local market, so we're just going to be walking around picking out some of the ingredients we'll need today for the class. And yeah, let's have a look.
Judging from the amount of cooking videos we make, you'd probably think that we're constantly in the kitchen, that we always like to cook. That could be further from the truth. Most of the time when we're on the road, we eat out. So this is actually kind of an excuse to get into the kitchen, to cook, to actually try to make food. Because normally, we don't do that.
Now arrived at the Thai Farm Cooking School. So we drove about 17 kilometers outside of Chiang Mai, and it's a completely different world out here. We're just surrounded by nature and an organic farm, and we're actually going to be picking a lot of the vegetables from here.
We had a choice between doing a cooking course in the city or going out to the countryside, and I think we've made the right decision.
Now, clean already.
This come inside, no? I would like you to pick by yourself the holy basil.
Yeah. Making my yellow curry paste.
Pound, 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 pound,
So Sam's lagging a little behind, right?
Come on, master chef here, look at that. Perfection. No, I really am lagging behind, I better hustle up.
Okay, so I'm making a yellow curry today, so this is mine. This is what I created. And Sam went for the green curry, so this is his.
Yeah.
And I'd like to point out, I don't think he did a very good job.
Oh, that
Check
just
this
fell.
out.
That just fell in there.
What's this?
Whatever.
Whole chunks. F. You get an F. Alright. It's boiling. It's not supposed to boil. So we're making the tom yum soup. Mine is going to have shrimp. And I've got my coconut milk here. So I'm going to be adding some ingredients. Mushrooms. Onions. So I'm ready to try my fine creation. This is my tom yum with shrimp. I made mine really sweet. I think maybe I put in too much sugar, but it's kind of nice. It's creamy because I use coconut as a base.
You need to add more salt or fish sauce then.
Mine does need more salt. How's yours? You look like a farmer drinking soup.
Keeping this hat, I swear. No, mine, I'm quite happy with mine. I put quite a bit of salt in it, and I also put fish sauce. And
Making my yellow curry now. Just stirring the coconut milk. So I put in my curry paste I made earlier. There's also some pumpkin and potatoes. And I accidentally added some leaves that I wasn't supposed to, but cheater. So now that we've chopped everything up, we're going to be throwing this into the wok and making our stir-fried rice. I was wrong about this dish. It's not a stir-fried rice, it's just a vegetable stir-fry. So it's been really good. I made one with chicken and string beans and mushrooms. And here is my yellow curry with potatoes and pumpkin.
is it good? So at this point in the day, I'm getting completely stuffed. I actually wouldn't mind taking a siesta right now, but we're gonna be making two more dishes. I am gonna be making a pad thai and then a mango sticky rice. So, suffering from what my family calls bulbous plumpitude. Making pad thai.
Your favorite.
And here's my pad Thai. Probably one of the easier Thai dishes you can make.
Okay, so we saved the very best for last. Here we have our favorite Thai dessert, mango sticky rice, and it has some, I think, deep fried mung bean on top.
It's crispy.
This is gonna be good.
All right, let's check out that first bite.
It's nice and coconutty. It's amazing.
So overall, that was a really cool experience, learning how to cook Thai food. I made 5 different dishes. I'm beyond full. Like, I feel like I'm ready to hibernate now. So this was 1100 baht. It's like lunch and dinner. And the thing I really liked about this particular school was that it was out in the countryside. We were able to get out of the city, away from the pollution and whatnot. Just have a really cool organic cooking experience.
Today we are visiting the Shin Old Tea House, where we will be enjoying a cup of traditional tea. So right now we find ourselves in a very cozy little tea house. It's very cute. They have low dim lighting and tapestries and pillows on the ground. So we've ordered ourselves some nice fruity teas.
So this tea house is located just off of Insadong, which is known as the sort of the cultural hub street of Seoul. And we found this quaint little place. And as we place our orders, we have some little delicious looking snacks.
Treats here.
This looks like rice cake.
And maybe another rice cake covered in honey.
Yeah.
With little cereal chunks on top, maybe. Let's try this.
Crunchy, yeah?
Okay. It's like puffed rice, like rice popcorn maybe. And it has like honey on the outside. So
Is it
very
sweet? Very sweet?
Sweet and airy.
Oh, 고맙습니다. So this here is a ginger tea. And the Malaysian cha is the plum tea. How's the plum tea?
It's delicious. Mine is so sweet. It's almost like liquid honey, but it's not too overwhelming. It's really nice.
So there's plenty of flavor, aside from it being sweet.
And what kind of tea did you get over there?
I got ginger tea, and the same thing, nice sweet tea, really strong ginger flavor. It's just a perfect way to warm up on a winter day. Oh yeah.
Agreed. Okay, I'm gonna try one of these now. It's a rice cake with a green swirl in it. I'm not sure what the green swirl is because I can't taste any difference.
So it's a kind of a plain tasting?
Just a regular rice cake.
Okay. We're receiving heat from 2 different sources. An electric fan up above us. And then we also have the undol system on the floor where the
Heated floors.
Heated floors by the heated pipes underneath. So we're as toasty as you get.
I feel like I could take a nap in here.
I probably could too.
Getting off of Insadong's main strip is a really good idea because it's usually in the back alleys where you can find traditional restaurants, traditional tea houses, and just quieter places.
A much better value, and also traditional homes as well, which is the same as here.
So we are finished. Sadly, our tea is gone. So it's time to wrap things up and head back into Insadong for a little shopping and maybe some cake. Today we are having lunch at the Green Moss in Hoi An, and this also happens to be a cooking school, but it has more of a casual feel. Basically, you choose 2 dishes from the menu, and then you pay an additional $2 and you get to go into the kitchen and cook it yourself. So that's what we'll be doing.
And believe me when I say this, if I can do it, anyone can. So we're entering into the kitchen.
We're gonna make
and
our cooking video.
Audrey's up first. Oh, cool. First like this?
Yeah, you roll 1 time.
Okay.
Try to make it.
Okay.
Yeah, try to make it.
Yep.
And then take
And
both
now
sides
the
and
sides
continue.
Okay. So we get the sides tucked in.
Yeah, little bit, not too short. And then continue.
We finish
Yeah, try to make it and try to.
as tight as possible.
Yeah, little bit.
There you go.
Alright, not so bad.
Yeah, not so bad.
Not so bad.
You got to have.
So it's great, it's like we're getting an exclusive peek into the kitchen. And this is how we're making pho. Oh, can I try? Okay, take photo.
About 2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons, okay.
Yep.
Boom, and oh, whoops. Like that. There we go. I'm adding
Here are the first 2 dishes we prepared. We have the pho and the fresh spring rolls. So let's go in.
Let's take them to the table and devour them. So here's the spring roll that Audrey personally rolled herself.
No, I didn't. You rolled it.
Oh, right.
Remember?
Yeah.
Let's see how it turned out. This is one of my favorite dishes at this restaurant. It's just such a nice fat spring roll. Okay. How is that pho?
Delicious. And prior to learning how to make this, I didn't realize how many different ingredients went into this dish. And you can really taste the flavors.
Next up, we will be making a vegetable cow lao.
So the cow lao noodles are made from the water used from an ancient well. And apparently it's quite secret.
Yeah, the noodle only in Hoi An, nowhere else. So that's different. Nowhere else has that noodle.
Unique noodles to Hoi An.
It's harder, like crispy noodle.
So now we're making our very last dish, the vegetable pancake, and it happens to be my favorite one. Got a lot of multitasking going on. We've got the tofu simmering, we've got the noodles being steamed over here, and we've got the pancake mixture ready to be spread on the front. That's when we know it's done?
Yeah.
Okay.
They call fermented soybean sauce.
Fermented soybean sauce, okay.
Yeah,
So here is the finished product, and this is round 2 of our feast. And it was a fascinating experience getting to see how all of this food was made in the kitchen. So we're going to show you how to roll the country pancake in rice paper so that it's easy for dipping into the sauce.
One big bite. Oh yeah. The pancake is nice and crispy. And the sauce is kind of sweet. It has a bit of a tomato ketchup base, I believe. But it's also spicy because we added all the chili, so it's a nice combination of flavors. How's the khao lao?
Love it. What really stands out with the khao lao is the taste of the noodles. They're just really unique to this area, and I love them. So the textures of the noodles, they're a little bit crispy, and it almost tastes a little bit like they're undercooked. But that's what makes them quite unique.
We just finished our cooking class at Green Moss, and it was a little bit different from previous cooking classes we've taken. This one was a little bit less hands-on and more watch and learn, which is great because we got to watch a professional make it and the dishes turned out great. And yeah, everything was tasty.
That's the first kind of cooking class where it's been more of just a demonstration only that I've taken before, and I really enjoyed it, partly because I'm really slow at preparing food, but the other reason was it was so hot in that kitchen. I don't think I've ever sweated that much, so you know, I could barely handle being in there as long as I was. So had I been preparing the food, I may have passed out on the ground.
So today we are going to a local restaurant in Nha Trang. It's called Olak, and it's the kind of restaurant that doesn't even have a menu. You just go in there, sit down, and they bring you a plate of food. So that's what you get.
Pure vegetarian feast. Central.
And we are here.
So here we are, we're just piling on everything. There's all kinds of different veggies. There's different tofu.
This is a typical meal at Olak. Basically, it's just a big plate of rice, and on top they pile lots of veggies, different tofus, and it's just a very healthy, basic meal, and it tastes great.
And it's cheap. How's the tofu?
Best tofu I've had.
Ever?
Ever.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Okay.
How's that soup?
So we got a little soup with our meal, and it has cucumber and zucchini, and also cilantro. So nice flavors. Hey, so tell us, how much did that vegetarian feast cost?
It cost 35,000 dong, which if you're doing the math is $1.75 US. That's not per person, that is total. For 2 soups, 2 plates of rice, covered in vegetables and tofu. What a deal. One of the best tips I have for saving money while backpacking, eat at local joints and restaurants because you'll get authentic food and you'll get rock bottom cheap prices.